Welcome to Grandad's Story Time. Please like and subscribe. I post new content every day. Bob the Builder, Wendy's Big Game. One morning Bob had some news for the team. "Hello everyone," he said. "I've entered us into the brightest building yard competition, and we have to clean up before the judges arrive." "When are they coming?" asked Rowley. 5 o'clock, Bob replied. "You better get started then," said Wendy. "Muck, can you help? Bob and the rest of the machines can come with me. We've got to get the soccer field ready." "Can we do it?" Wendy yelled as they roared out of the yard. "Yes, we can," cried the machines. When Wendy and the machines got to the field, Scoop began to unload the cans of white paint. Wendy filled up the line marking machine. "I need to get this grass as flat as I can," said Rowley. "If I leave any bumps, the ball will bounce all over the place." Wendy marked out the goal line. Scoop unloaded the wood for the goalposts and Rowley flattened the ground. But Dizzy was bored and wanted to play soccer. Suddenly, Spud jumped out from behind a bush. "I'll play with you," he said. Dizzy passed the ball to Spud, who gave it a huge kick. The ball flew high into the air, then dropped slowly down. "Oh no!" squeaked Dizzy. "It's going to land on Wendy." Wendy looked up just in time and saw the ball heading straight at her. Dragging the line marking machine, Wendy ducked sideways. The ball missed her only by a few inches. "Where did that come from?" she asked. Wendy," said Scoop. "Look what you've done." Wendy gasped when she saw the wiggly line she had made on the field. "Sorry, Wendy," said Spud. "I was just showing Dizzy a few soccer tricks." "Well, now you can get a bucket and brush and show Dizzy a few cleaning up tricks," Wendy said. Back at the house, Bob was busy clearing the yard. He had swept up a huge pile of garbage, and Pilchard found it. She curled up on the warm, sunny spot on top of the pile and was soon fast asleep. Muck came roaring back into the yard with a front dumper full of plants and flowers. "Here I am, Bob!" cried Muck. "Well done, Muck," said Bob. "Let's unload these plants, then you can clear away that pile of garbage." While Bob arranged the flower pots, Muck scooped up the garbage into the back dumper. "Meow!" cried Pilchard. Bob turned around. "Oh no, Muck, stop!" he yelled. "You've scooped up Pilchard with the garbage." Muck slammed on the brakes and the garbage went flying all over the yard. "Sorry, Pilchard," said Muck. "I didn't know you were in there." Bob brought Pilchard down safely. While Bob was hanging a flower basket, Bird settled into it. "Tweet!" it chirped happily. "Bird, I know my pots make a lovely nest, but you're squishing my flowers," said Bob. Bird flew off, but Bob found him a few minutes later on top of another plant. "You're squishing those flowers too, Bird," Bob said, sighing. "I don't think I'll ever have a clean yard and be ready by 5 o'clock. Meanwhile, Wendy and the team were almost done with the soccer field. Lofty had lifted the goalposts into place, Rowley had flattened the field perfectly, Scoop had helped Wendy build the bleachers, and Spud had even cleaned up the wiggly white line. "Oh, Wendy," Dizzy squeaked, "can we please play a game?" Wendy checked her watch. "Well, we've got time. We don't have to be back at the yard until 5. "Yippee!" cried Dizzy as she raced down the field after the ball. Wendy blew the whistle to start the game. Dizzy kicked off, and when Lofty got the ball, Dizzy jumped in and sent it up the field to Spud. Spud trapped the ball and headed it over to Wendy. Wendy dribbled the ball towards the goal and kicked it in. "Goal!" yelled Dizzy. "Hooray for Wendy!" "Oh, that was fun," said Wendy. "We must get back to the yard. It's almost 5. Bob's yard was finished in time too. It looked very neat and clean, but Bob was covered in dirt. "I'd better clean up before the judges arrived," he told Muck. Just then he heard a car driving up. "Oh no," said Bob, "the judges are here early." Wendy and the machines came back into the yard and was surprised to see how clean and neat it looked. "Bob did a great job," said Wendy. Suddenly Bird landed on one of the flower pots. "Bird, get out of there before the judges arrive," Wendy said. "It's too late," Bob said. "The judges have already come and gone." "Really?" asked Wendy. "What did they say?" Bob held up an award. "We won!" he exclaimed. "Our yard won first prize in the brightest building yard competition." The machines cheered. "Woohoo! Yippee!" "Oh, Bob, that's wonderful," said Wendy. "Well done." "The yard looks clean, Bob," said Dizzy, "but you're all dirty." "Luckily for you, it wasn't the brightest builder competition," said Wendy, laughing. "You're right about that, Wendy," Bob said. The end. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, please give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe, it's free, to support us and allow us to create more great content.